Thinking about writing your wedding vows? Sharing your love, dreams, and promises to your partner in a room of people is a huge effort. You might feel overwhelmed, but it's worth it since you get the chance to share your story. Tune in to True Love Knots with Maria Romano as she shares how to write your own wedding vows creatively and passionately.
Hey there, Maria Romano here from True Love Knots. So I want to talk to you today about writing your own wedding vows. And this is something that maybe for officiants, when you're meeting with a couple, you can maybe use this framework, or if you're a couple and you're listening to this podcast, this might be for you. So first of all, anybody that's getting married, congratulations on your upcoming nuptials. I think that is fabulous. Fabulous time in your life. You met somebody that you love and you want to spend the rest of your life with. So your wedding day is coming up and you're thinking, okay, I want to write my own vows. And I think when a couple writes their vows, just from my perspective, it's beautiful. However, you know what? One size doesn't fit all. Some people are just not comfortable writing out their love that they declare for that person and actually repeating it and saying that and reading it. And I understand that. So it's perfectly okay. Let's start off with this. It's perfectly okay to have the officiant use their own vows. There's nothing wrong with that. You're still going to be married. Okay. I guarantee you'll still be married at the end of the day. So a couple of things. First of all, so you're getting ready. And I always recommend that you prepare a little early. And the reason I say that is don't ever say to the officiant, I'm going to wing it. Okay, you really don't want to wing it. This is somebody you love. These words are special. These words might be recorded. These words are going to be embedded in your partner's heart and mind, as well as your mind, and if there are any guests. So I recommend that you do not wing it. Okay, let's start off with that. Now, what I usually tell couples is if you're going to write your love story, start off with something cute and funny. You know, maybe you went to a movie together. Maybe you played miniature golf. Maybe you met at a sushi restaurant. So you can always start off with the day I met you for lunch. I never thought you were going to be in my life for the rest of my life. You know, something really beautiful and nice. Try to tie in how you met. And then maybe from there, tie in about what you love about that person and what you love about each other as a couple. That's right. I use the term love us. What you want to make sure you're doing is you're talking about how you love you and your partner as a couple, because that's what makes the relationship. It's not about two separate people. It's about loving each other. And that's an important part. And one thing you can do, again, you can start the framework, okay, with maybe a cute little incident about how you met, and then from there talk a bit about what made you fall in love with that person. What was it? Was it their empathy? Was it their eyes? You know, was it that they were just a good listener? I mean, there are qualities that you like about that person. So that's important as well. And then also from there, just talk about how you want to have a future and what your future looks like. What does it feel like? Okay, share that, because love needs to be felt, right? Because when you're reading these vows, you want to feel them as well. And try to keep it about 2 minutes or less, because people know that you love each other. And also try to keep it PG. You just never know who's going to be listening to this down the road. Okay, so it's important to try to keep it as clean as possible if you can. And you know, maybe you're having an elopement where you're going to read your vows to each other. I think that's wonderful. Maybe you have a few guests, or maybe you have a lot of guests. Rehearse beforehand. And let me tell you why. You'll feel more comfortable, especially if you're not the type of person that's that comfortable speaking in front of people. And you know what? Even if you are, it's your wedding day. You know, it's a day where you're very emotional, and sometimes the tears will run and that'll, you know, you'll choke up. But if you know and you've practiced, that makes all the difference in the world. And when you practice it, you feel it. When you feel it, it comes from the heart. And guess what? It comes out beautifully. It comes out beautifully. And make sure when you're writing your vows, if you're writing them, that you can actually read them If you need your glasses, make sure you take your glasses with you. What I do as an officiant, we print the vows out. If I'm at a chapel, if the couple hands me their vows, I'll be more than happy to hold them. And some couples use their phone, and I think that's fine, whatever it is, but make sure rehearse. Make sure you take the time. Keep it under 2 minutes. Start with your love story. Start with why you love that person, why you fell in love, and then end with what your life is going to look like together, because that's what it's about. It's loving each other. I call it loving us. So I hope this has given you some valuable information. And if you're an officiant, I hope this kind of helps you a bit when couples are writing out their love story. And if you're going to be reading it as an officiant, make sure you get those beforehand and kind of skim through them to make sure you're pronouncing things properly. And that also, if you're reading it, make sure you're feeling it as well, because this is an important day and their vows are very important to each other. So in the meantime, continue to stay healthy, happy, and safe. And as I always say, spread love. Have a great day, everyone.